Welcome back, everyone. We all love a good old Netflix and chill, but what is it without a snack? Am I right? So today we're going to work on one of North America's favorite, the chips. I got some beautiful root veggies from Cookstown Greens, so we are going to make the amazing vegetable chips. All kind. We have some beets, we have parsnips, we have sunchokes, potatoes, and carrots. I can't wait for it. Let's go. Okay, first we're going to peel off the veggies. So we're gonna just take a root and we're gonna peel them off. Fairly easy. So when you peel, there's actually a way of doing things. So with a carrot, for instance, you wanna keep it in your hands and kind of like rotate it as you peel it. So you don't peel any of the flesh, but just the actual skin. So that would be the carrot. We have a beautiful sunchokes or Jerusalem artichokes. It's beautiful. It's a cross between, I would say, in flavors, a potato and an artichoke. One of my favorite, actually. It's kind of very sweet. You can make it as a dessert as well. Just gonna peel that off. Just like so. So peel it away. And next we're gonna have candy cane bits. So same, we're gonna take the root off. Take the top for this dish and we're gonna just peel it off like so, kind of like espouse the sides and turn it as you go. We want to avoid to take too much of the flesh. There you go. We're gonna take a parsnips, again very sweet, perfect for chips. Remove the tail ends. And then we're gonna just do it the other way this time and kind of like turn as you peel. There you go. And then the king of the chips, potatoes. So I have two kinds of potatoes. This one's gonna be a red potato, although it has a white flesh. A little more starchy. It's beautiful vegetables, organic. There we go. And I will put in water, obviously. And then we have a white potato. And again, this one we'll put in water. So next, we're going to slice the potatoes. Okay, now that we have peeled our veggies, we're going to slice them. I'm gonna use a Japanese mandolin. It's fairly dangerous, so they do sell them with like a bit of a helper, so you can use that. Obviously, I've cut my hands many times and now I'm being very careful. If you don't have one of these and you have different mandolin, it's fine. You can also use a peeler and then, for instance, like peel off the carrot. It's not the best, but it will do the trick. But we're actually going to use a mandolin. You wanna make sure it's really thin. So the best way is to do just a couple and check. So if you can see through the light, then you know it's good. I'm just gonna do them all while watching our fingers. So the best way to do it is actually use the palm of your hand to grab a potato and then put the bottom of the palm against the ledge so that way your hand will never catch the blade. But trust me, you'll will kill yourself at some point. There you go. So that's the potato. Again, it's very starchy, so we want to make sure that we put it right back into the water and we'll be washing it off before we cook it. That's how you want your potato, always see-through. And we're gonna put that in the water as well. Okay, we're gonna move on to our next vegetable. We're gonna use the candy cane beets. Very sweet, that's why the name of candy cane, and then beautiful color, as you'll see in just a second. Well, isn't it so beautiful? What a beautiful veg. So that I'm also gonna put in water. There's not really starch in this one, but putting in water will help to separate the beets layers from one another. And also if you use really cold water, it will firm up the veg and it will have like a nicer shape. So we're gonna leave that in water. We'll look at that though. Gorgeous. And we're gonna move on to our next veggie, sunchokes. So this one, we're gonna actually do it not in a round, but like more in an elongated shape. So we're gonna do it on its side. There we go. Okay, next, the parsnips. It has more of a bite, but also nice and sweet. And we're gonna do rounds. Super thin. And you know the deal by now. In the water. And finally, we are going to do the carrot. So we're actually going to do two shapes. We'll do a little longer on the yellow carrot. You don't have to do the whole carrot if you only need to kind of like cut it halfway. If it's easier for you when you use the mandolin, you could absolutely do that. And if it's forcing, honestly, don't try. It will be dangerous. What you can do is use a towel and then help push. Or as I said earlier, you can use the guard that they sell it with. And again, we'll put that in the water. Finally, we'll do the purple carrot. And this one we'll do round. So we're gonna go the other way. Just shave it up like that. Just do a little thinner. So that's one thing you have to be careful. As you shave it, the blade space will go down the gap, so make sure you always adjust it to the right size. We're gonna put the carrot in the water as well. We wanna make sure we separate them from the other one because it's going to bleed a bit. And the next step, I'm going to fry them off. Okay, so I have my oil getting ready to temperature. We're looking at about 350 degrees. In the meantime, we've let our veggies to kind of like soak up that water and like firm up. So now we're gonna take them off and place them on our tray. We wanna remove as much water as possible. Obviously, water and oil aren't really friends. So you wanna make sure we don't get splatter. So we're gonna take all of the veggies, like I told you earlier, that will bleed a bit so you can see the purple color. It will look real nice on our chips. Take the carrots off. So you see the water make them curl a little bit. And then we have a sunchokes. Same idea, curled up. Candy cane bits. And the potatoes, which we rinsed the starch off them. And now we're ready to fry. Okay, so to test the oil, we're just gonna take a potato and then just make sure it cooks right away. So that's what we're looking for. The potato can back up. So if you're going to sink in the oil, you know it's not ready. It's gonna come right up. So I'm gonna take it off and we're gonna add the other potatoes. So one thing you want to make sure of is you work in batches. If you put too much of one veggie at the same time, you're going to cool down the temperature of the oil and it's not going to cook properly. So work in smaller batch. The second thing is make sure you always add movement. Obviously, it's going to cook from the bottom. It's not like deeply in the oil. And you're going to see it's starting to get nice and golden brown. So when we're happy with the beautiful golden brown chips, we're going to take it off the oil, put it on a tray with absorbing paper, and season it right away. So the salt is gonna remove the extra fat from the chip, and that's what's gonna get that beautiful crispiness. Wow, can't wait. Out of the oil, and right away, seasoning. Just give it a little taste. Perfect. And we're gonna move on to the next batch and repeat the process. all of our chips are cooked. Just remember a few things. Make sure you work in batches, season them right away, use absorbing paper, and don't be scared to take them off and let them rest a little bit, so that's when they're gonna start crisping up. We're gonna take some of each kind, being very gentle with them. I'm gonna put them in a bowl. Mixing them so we have all the flavor, the texture. We have sweets, we have earthy, deliciousness. That's a flavor. I want to make sure though I have more potato than anything else, because the other one have like a particular taste, so you want to make sure it's balanced. I'm just gonna shake them gently without breaking them. I'm just gonna place them onto the bowl. So you're gonna grab them from under. A little bit of height. And just like that, we just made chips. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this recipe, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm gonna dig in that little snack, so if you allow me. I can't lie. Do you hear that crunch? All these flavors, sweet, earthy, salty. Never mind chilling, I'm having chips.